Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. First of all, I'm Swamy Naidu. I'm teaching UI technologies, React JS, Angular, okay, HTML, JavaScript, CSS. These technologies I'm teaching in Durga South. Okay, so I have been from past 12 years in this teaching field. Okay, and also I'm working the company as UI developer. So in this demonstration class, just I will explain you what is React JS and what are the benefits of React JS. So these are the concepts which we are discussing now. First of all, let me open Notepad. React JS. So React JS is a client-side script to implement dynamic web pages. So React JS is a client-side script to implement dynamic web pages. First of all, we should know what is client-side script and what is server-side script. That concept we should know. Okay. Now here, if you take any website, every website contains two phases. Okay, one is design phase. First phase is design. Second one, coding phase. In design phase, programmers are creating user interfaces. What is user interface? It is nothing but the front page which we are displaying. Okay. For example, if you open Google or Facebook, any websites, so you can see pages on the browser. Those pages we are calling as user interfaces. So these pages, how can we implement? What are the technologies? HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. So these are the technologies programmers are using to implement the user interfaces. Second one is coding. Yes. In coding point of view, there are two types of scriptings we have. One is client side, another one is server side. So what is client side script? Yes. So here, if you implement any client side logics, those logics are executing in client system. Who is client? The person who is accessing our application. Okay. The person who is accessing our web application comes under client. Is it clear? For example, if you open Facebook, then you are the client of Facebook. Like that Gmail, you are the client of Gmail. Like that client side code. Okay. So this, for example, Facebook contains some client side script. So that script is executing in our browser. Okay. When you type facebook.com, what is happening? The client-side script is downloading into our browser. Okay, in our browser it is executing. Got it? Like that, every website contains client-side script. That client-side script is downloading into our browser at the time of loading that web page and executes in our browser. Okay, yes. So client-side script executes in client systems browser. To implement this client-side script, what the technologies we are using? Okay, so here JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, many technologies are there, Backbone JS, Vanilla JS, etc. Okay, yeah. So this is about the client-side scripts. So I told you React JS is the client-side script, right? Yes. So once again, just what is client-side script? So this code executes in browser, okay, in client system. Next one, server-side script executes server. So it is executing server, only output is downloading into the client system. Is it clear? Server-side script is executing in web server, only the output downloading into the client system. So what are the examples for the server-side script? Okay, so ASP, JSP, PHP, etc. All these technologies comes under server-side scripts. Yes, yeah. Like that. So if you take React.js is an open source client-side script. Okay. Yes. Now, what are the benefits of client-side script? What we can do with client-side scripts? That's the main point here. So means why we are using client-side scripts. Okay. So I told you in every website we are using both client-side as well as server-side scripts. So what we can do with these scripts? Okay. Now if you take client-side scripts, yeah, why we are using the scripts? First point, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. Yeah. What the reason? First reason to use client-side script to apply the dynamic functionalities on HTML elements. So if you take HTML elements like text box, button, radio button, image, all these controls comes under static controls. What is the meaning of static control? The properties of the controls cannot change. Static control means the properties of the controls cannot change at runtime. For example, I place one image in HTML file by providing some width, height, and image name src. With some properties, I placed an image. So now with these properties, image is loading. Once it is loaded, later you want to change the properties, not possible. Is it clear? Yes. But by using JavaScript, we can change the properties of HTML controls at runtime. So one example I will show you. A simple HTML file I'm creating to show the example. What is dynamic that we are discussing? Demo.html. So now in my browser, I have apple.jpg. Okay. Yes. So I want to display this image control. General HTML img tag we are using to display the image. So I will give you information about these HTML tags, okay, because in our React.js programming, we are using HTML also. So that's why I will explain HTML concepts. Okay, now img source is equal to apple.jpg and width is equal to 100 pixels are given. I close this body. In this simple HTML file, just have taken the image tag. Now this is demo.html. So open this. You can see it displays that image. What the image name? Apple.jpg. It is clear. Now this control is loaded and this control is static control, right? I want to change this control as dynamic control. Okay. I want to change it as dynamic control. How can we change this as dynamic control? Yes, with the help of client-side scripts. Dynamic means changing the properties of control at runtime. Okay, it is nothing but changing the properties of controls at runtime. For example, here image is there, some source. So that source I want to change, or width I want to change, or height I want to change. So all this comes under dynamic concept. Okay. Now how to work with this dynamic concept? Now in this point of view, just I'm using, yeah, any client-side script we can use. Right now, we haven't started React. So I will show you that with JavaScript. My requirement is already what is image we have, what is the image we have, apple.jpg. When I click on this control, I want to change it as orange.jpg. That is the control. So here, just simply I'm writing a statement. Don't try to use this statement. We will discuss all this using React.js. Orange dot. So it is not JPG image, it is JFIF image. So now I have given a statement where onClick is equal to JavaScript colon source we are changing. What the original source apple.jpg that I'm changing as orange.jfif. Refresh, click, now it displays orange.jfif. Okay, like that. The thing is, you want to change the properties at runtime. Properties are HTML control at runtime. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. That's the first reason why we are using. Is it clear? Yes. So next one, to validate input controls. Yes. So input controls validation point of view also we are using. So I want to check text box is empty. Okay. Password retype password matching or not. And email ID format is valid format on these type of validations I want to display. Then also we are using these client-side scripts. Next one, to execute logics. Yeah, already I told you client-side script logics. Client-side logics are executing in browser. Is it clear? Client-side logics are executing in browser. So that's why, okay. So these logics result is very fast. For example, calculator program you are implementing in your application. To implement that calculator program, you can use either client-side script or server-side scripts. Okay. So client-side script, you can use React or any other client-side script. In server-side point of view, We are using ASP, JSP like that. Now the question is, if I use this client-side script, okay, like React or any other technology, benefit is whenever user performing any calculations, the code is running in user system, in client system. That's why you can see the result very fast. Yes, and if it is server-side script, okay, so then every time the request is going to the server and response is coming back to the browser. For this entire request and response, it takes some time. Okay. Yes. So that's why here the performance of client-side script is very, very faster than server-side script. You got it. The performance of client-side script is very, very faster than server-side script. And due to that reason, most of the logics in web applications we are implementing with client-side scripts only. Is it clear? And next one, yes, to use Ajax. To use the Ajax is very mandatory concept. Okay, so this Ajax we are using to send request to the server without submitting the web page. So generally, server-side API calls we are accessing through Ajax. Okay, so that's why to work with this Ajax, okay, we are using the client side. Okay, so in this point of view also we are using client side scripts. So these are the main reasons why we are using the client side technologies here. Okay, fine. I think all of you got the clarity in this point of view, right? Yes. Now we are discussing what is the basic history of React.js, who implemented, what is the reason behind that implementation. React.js, initially it was implemented by Jordan Walkie in the year 2013. Okay, so React.js implemented, okay, by Jordan Walkie, the year 2013. So Jordan Walkie is one of the employees of Facebook organization, and to work with chat concept in Facebook, he implemented this code. Actually, first they developed this React.js to use in their application. They implemented this React.js to use in their application. Okay. Later, they added more features and released it as open source client-side script. You got it. Yeah. So React.js is implemented by Jordan Walkie, okay, in the year 2013. Okay. So basic version is 1.0. Okay. And later they added many more features, and 17th version currently, full version of 17th is available. And React is supporting many more features. Okay. So now we are discussing what are these features and how to work with these features. React.js is maintaining by Facebook Corporation. Who is maintaining this React.js? Facebook Corporation. Like that. This is about the React.js. So I think you got some clarity what is server-side script and what is client-side script. Server-side script is executing in server machine. Client-side script is executing browser. Okay. When client is accessing any web page, if that page contains client side script. It downloads to the client system, and with the help of browser, it is executing. So if you take React.js is an open source client side script, and the client side scripts we are using to apply dynamic functionalities and HTML controls, to validate the input controls, to execute some logics, and to use Ajax. Okay, so in these areas we are using the client side scripts. Okay, now what are the advantages? What are the features of React.js? Okay, the features of React.js we are discussing now. Yes, before that, any questions, any doubts you have, you can ask me now.
Hi, Swamy Naidu. I want to know what are the prerequisites required for this course and what we learn in this course.
Yeah, Vijay. Vijay, request is JavaScript mandatory. Yes, JavaScript, complete JavaScript is mandatory. Okay,
Okay.
complete JavaScript. I will explain to you. Got it. Yeah,
You only explain the JavaScript complete.
because I don't know, you people may have or may not have idea on this JavaScript. That too, JavaScript is very advanced. JavaScript is very, very important for us. Okay, that's why I only teach the JavaScript. Okay, around I'm spending 20 to 25 days to discuss the JavaScript. After then only I'm starting React classes. Okay.
Okay. And also any backend technologies like Node.js, Express.js,
Yes,
MongoDB.
these technologies are not required, but you should know how to access the API services. In that point of view, I will discuss the required small amount of Node.js, because here is how to get the API service, okay, and how to access. That is very, very important. We are working with CRUD operations, okay. That's why. So that time I will give you some information about Node.js, okay. But
Okay.
as UI developer, you have idea on this server side logics.
Okay.
Node.js is one of the server side scripting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any other persons, any more doubts? Okay. So I will give you this entire information of this class. Okay. These topics. Okay. So now here, just what are the features? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What are the features we have that we are discussing? So first of all, supports data. Right. Yes. So React.js is supporting data binding. Here, JavaScript is there. Okay. So we can also use JavaScript to work with client-side logics. But the question is, what are the more advantages we have compared with JavaScript? Is it clear? So what are the more advantages we have compared with JavaScript? So that concept we are discussing now. Okay. Yes, fine. So first of all, supports data binding. It is supporting data binding. So what is data binding? Yes. So one example I will show you. So if you observe this, 1 second. Yes. For example, one variable is that serial number is 100. So this variable we have. So you want to display this variable value on the text box. Then we are executing logics. Okay. This is some code. So using this code, we can read the variable value and display on the text box control. So it gives 100 here. Yes, yeah. In JavaScript, document.get element by ID we are using. Like that, if you take any other technologies, some functions are available to display the variable value on HTML control. So this control may be text box or heading tag, paragraph, or any other control. Okay. Like that, I displayed this variable value on this control. Now, later, this variable value is modified, okay, by using some server-side program or something, okay, or any backend data with backend data, it is updated. So when it is updated, then immediately I want to display those updates in this text box. Then again, you need to execute this code to read the variable value and display on the text box. Like that, every time we're executing that logic. Okay, this is somewhat burden on the system, and programmer pay much intention to access the variable value whenever it is updated. So React is coming with data binding concept. What is the benefit of data binding? Okay, so if you use this data binding as a programmer, you need not implement any logics to access the variable value and display the control. So that data binding will take care about all this. Okay, so if you bind a variable with HTML control using data binding concept. Okay, so here we have some brackets and some syntax is there for data binding. So if I bind a variable with HTML control, then automatically that variable value displays on the control. And not only that, whenever the variable is updating, immediately the value is updating on the control itself. Okay, so means it is a link between the variable and HTML control to get the updates. This is the concept of data binding. Okay, it is very important. Okay, reduces the hectic work to programmer. So because it is providing so very flexible functionality, I will explain you how to work with the data binding. That concept I will discuss with you. So supports data binding. Okay, next one here, providing many validators. Okay, yes. So here React.js itself providing many validators. We are using these validators to validate the controls. Okay, so in JavaScript we are implementing the logics to validate the controls, but this React.js is providing many validators. So how to work with these validators? Okay, I will discuss with you later. So different types of validators it is providing. Next one here, supports single page applications. Yes. The next advantage is React supports single page applications. What is the single page application? Okay, what the advantage of this single page application? Yes. So it is very important and very popular concept. Just a simple overview I will give you. Okay, now here, see, for example, you are developing a website and that website contains many pages, okay, like home page, about us, contact us, like this is home, about us, contact us. This is browser. First time sending a request to the server, the response is coming here. Is this clear? So that home page is coming here. There, Like that, what is happening? Okay. Every time we are sending one request to the server and the response is coming back to the browser. This is the normal procedure. Okay. How the request and response process working. Okay. Now, every time one request you are sending means, okay, it is somewhat burden on the network traffic, right? It is some burden on the network traffic. That's why they introduced the single page application concept. What is the benefit of the single page application? So here, all these templates, actually we are calling them as components. What is component? Okay, I will discuss with you. Okay, so here all these templates we are binding as one object. Okay, yes. Using the single page application concept, all these templates we are binding as an object. So this object we are also calling as a routing object. Okay, when user is sending the first request to the server, then what is happening? Entire this object is loading into the user system, client system, and those components means that HTML templates are storing in the client's cache memory location like this. So what the templates we have here, here, and here, those templates are storing where the client's cache memory location. Yes, when client is requesting any page here, like about us, contact us, the data is coming from this client system. Yes, the data is coming from this client system. Means the page is loading from the client system. So this is the concept of single page application. So we are discussing this concept. So very important. It reduces the traffic on that network and increases the performance of application. So while work with single page application, so we are covering many topics like authentication, authorization, login, logout. These all concepts we are covering here. Okay. Yes. So React.js supports the single page application concept. Okay, I will explain you the programs. Just what are the features we have in React.js we are discussing one by one. Next one supports JSX. So very important here. So the JSX is not supporting by Angular also. Okay, React is supporting the JSX format. What is JSX? What the full form of JSX? JavaScript XML. The full form is nothing but here JavaScript XML. Yes. What is the JavaScript XML? So using this concept, we can combine JavaScript with the HTML code. So this is the concept of JSX. Okay, we can combine JavaScript and HTML code. So for example, you are implementing one logic in JavaScript. Okay, that logic result you want to display on the HTML control. Then you can combine JavaScript and HTML. That is the benefit. Yes, yeah. So generally we are writing JavaScript in one location, HTML in another location. So from JavaScript, we are calling the HTML controls by using document.get element by ID. These functions we are using. But in this JSX format, we can combine these two. That is the main advantage of this. Okay. So React support JSX. Next one. Supports virtual DOM. Yes. This is one more very, very important concept. Okay. So what is virtual DOM? See, this concept also not available in other technologies like Angular, okay, Backbone JS, etc. What is the benefit of virtual DOM? Okay, why we are using this virtual DOM? Yes, we are discussing that concept. Fine. So I will show you one diagram related to this concept. Okay, now here, see, for example, you're creating one HTML page, okay, by using some tags like img image tag and next one paragraph tag like that. Okay, when you load this page, what happens in a RAM location? One object is creating. Yes, this is one object. So it contains the nodes for image tag. One node is there for paragraph like that. It contains. It maintains the information of this web page. Okay. Yeah. Based on this object, actually this is a real object. Okay. So one object is creating, that is nothing but DOM object. We can also call it as real DOM object. Okay. Now, based on this in browser, maybe Firefox or any other browser, it displays the controls like image control and paragraph like that. So this is your HTML file. When you load that file in memory location, one object is creating. We are also call it as real object. Based on that, it displays the controls on the browser. Now, if I do any modifications, okay, if I modify these controls in browser, then what is happening? Actually, those modifications should reflect on this real DOM. So in that point of view, so if you modify one control, only one control, but in real DOM, all controls are reloading. Means what is that? Entire DOM is recreating. Sorry. Yes. Entire DOM is recreating. That is the way how the DOM is updating. So DOM is nothing but one object, okay, in RAM memory location, holds the data of HTML page, okay. So here, based on this object only, result is coming in browser. Okay, that is just now I created one HTML page na, and that page I opened on browser. So between this page and browser, one object is created in my memory location. That object we are calling as DOM object. So if I do any modifications on any control in browser, then those modifications updating on the DOM object. But not only that control, all controls are updating. That is a little bit a late process, delay process. Okay. So that's why here every time the DOM is re-rendering or recreating, we can say, with the modifications. So here React is coming with a new concept that is nothing but a virtual DOM concept. Okay, this is the virtual DOM here. What is the benefit of this virtual DOM? I will discuss with you. Yes. So this is real DOM and this is virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is acting as intermediate layer. Virtual DOM is acting as intermediate layer between the real DOM and this browser. What are the updates we are performing in this browser? Those updates this virtual DOM is receiving, and only that patchwork it is updating on the real DOM. Means instead of recreating the DOM again and again, only those modifications it is updating. That entire mechanism is taken care by virtual DOM. So due to this reason, React is faster than other technologies at the time of updating the data. Okay, so this concept is not available with other technologies. Is this clear? Yes. So that is very, very useful concept for us. Okay, suppose virtual DOM. So how it is working completely, I will show you once again. So that is very big advantage for us. Okay. Next one here, supports. Yes, Redux. Redux we are using to maintain the state of application. For example, one page information you want to access from another page. In that point of we are using different techniques like okay, cookies, sessions, local storage, session storage like that. Different types of techniques are available. So in the same way, we can also use Redux concept to access the data of one page to another page in the web application. Okay, the Redux is providing more enhanced features than cookie sessions and other objects. So we are also discussing local storage, session storage, and along with that, we are also discussing Redux concept. So I will explain you what is Redux and what is the benefit of Redux. Okay. Next one here, supports. Yes. React Native to implement cross mobile applications. React Native is a concept. Okay. So this concept we are using to implement the cross mobile applications. Cross mobile applications. What is this cross mobile application? See, you want to develop Android app. Okay. So further we are using Android software to develop the app to run in Android mobile. So that Android app can we run under iOS? Not iPhone. I mean iPhone not supporting. Can we run under Microsoft? Not support. Like that by using iOS related technologies like Xamarin or some other technologies are there. So you developed one app. So that app cannot run under other mobiles like Android, Microsoft, etc. Means here, so what is the technology used? Okay, to develop any app. So that technology supports specific mobile, not other devices. So, but it is very cost. Client has to effort. Okay, means the person who is paying money to download the app, he has to effort much money. Okay, to get the mobile apps multiple mobile apps to run under Android, iOS, and other technologies. Okay, because single app not supporting all mobile devices. But phone gap is one technology. So if you develop any app using phone gap, it runs under Android mobiles, Microsoft mobiles, and iOS mobiles. Like that, it is supporting all mobile devices. The same way React Native is also there. Okay, React Native mobile app, if you develop any app using React Native, it supports Android, iOS, and other technologies. That is the main point of this. So supports React Native technology. This technology we are using to implement cross mobile apps. Cross mobile app means what is that? Mobile application which supports any type of device. Okay, and if you know React, you can easily implement the mobile apps also, not only websites. Not only websites, you can also implement mobile apps. So for that, you need to learn some native related concepts. Okay, React native. React already we are learning here. If you know native package, okay. So native package is providing how to display the controls in the mobile phone. Here we are using HTML controls in web applications, right? The same way to work with mobile applications, native controls we are using. If you know native controls, that is enough. Okay, using React code, you can simply implement the mobile applications, and those applications supports any type of devices. That is the main thing. Okay, next one here, easy. Okay. Yeah, coding is very, very easy if you compare with JavaScript. So React JS coding is very, very easy and very simple. It is very faster. Okay, it is very faster and supports different types of services. Services we are using in functional point of view. For example, I want to work with Agile's concept. For that one, pre-implemented service is available. I want to create cookies. So further one pre-implemented service is available. Like that for every concept, services are available. We are taking the support of these services. Okay. So these are the main advantages we have in this React JS. Okay. So if you compare with JavaScript, got it? Yes. So in interviews, these are common questions. What are the benefits of React.js? You should say supports data binding, supports single page application, JSX, virtual DOM, okay, and the React Native we can use to implement the cross mobile applications, okay. And next one here, simple coding, JSX support is there. We can combine HTML with JavaScript like that. These are the features. Okay, so that is very beginning question they're asking. So very first question, what is React JS? What are the features? Okay, so then you should say these points. Okay, programming will discuss based on these concepts. Okay, how to implement the programs, everything we'll discuss here. So this is the basic information which I'm providing about React JS. Okay. Yes. Now,
So,
yeah, tell me
but this Ajax concept is replaced by the HTTP servers, right?
what is that?
HTTP client servers and all. We are having the advanced concept based
Yes,
on this. Yeah,
HTTP
but
client Angular. Okay. Here we are using Axios.
okay, that is a separate one.
Yeah. HTTP client is in Angular. Na?
But we will not use this Ajax concept, or we will use this one
Yeah,
also.
Ajax, we must use Ajax to connect with the API service. For that, we are using Axios.
Okay.
Axios. Fetch also one function available. Using fetch also we can work with the Ajax concept. So in React JS, mostly we are using Axios. Okay.
Okay.
So already I told you now, so we are connecting with the API services of server in that point of view. We are using that Axios. So by using Ajax only, we can connect with the API services, right? Yes. Next. What other doubts you have? Okay, fine. Now here, to learn this React JS, JavaScript is very important. So first I'm discussing the JavaScript concepts. Okay. Yes.
No,
So
means basically we will first know about the Ajax, and after that we will go through that inbuilt one.
what is that?
Yeah, we are having library, right, sir? That one. Just now
Which,
you dis. First we will discuss with the Ajax, and after that we will go through that inbuilt one. And
yes. What is Ajax? I will explain to you. Yes. What is asynchronous JavaScript and XML? After that, we are implement the programs, how to connect with that Ajax, everything. Okay, so how to connect with the server using Ajax, those programs we're discussing. Okay.
oh,
Yes. Now here in JavaScript, okay, these are the concepts we are discussing here. So basic JavaScript and advanced JavaScript. Okay, so these are the concepts which we are discussing here. Okay, now once JavaScript is completed, then only we are starting that React programming here. Okay, so just here, just functions and how many types of functions we have, events and dynamic events, hoisting, okay, array related functions and object, okay, and how to work with the object. Object is very important because so the data which is coming from Ajax object, that is in the form of object only. So how to read the object and what are the BOM objects we have, data object, match string, conversion functions. Here already it is mentioned if you observe Ajax, okay, and promise, what is promise related functions, and a call, apply, bind, okay, and async await, asynchronous programming, object oriented programming, okay, and event bubbling, tickling, event loop, exception handling, event object protocols. I told state management, cookie sessions, okay, local storage, session storage, okay, like that. All these are the JavaScript concepts initially which we are discussing. After that, we are starting the React JS. So these are the concepts for React JS which we are covering here. Okay. Yes. So for JavaScript only, I'm taking around 20 to 25 days. Okay. After that, I will start the React JS. And so total duration is minimum 60 days. Okay. Course duration, not 45 days, because we need to cover many topics. Sometimes it may extend to 70 days also, 70. Okay. 70 working days. Got it. Yes. So anyhow, you can estimate 2.5 months. for this course completion. Okay, not before that. Got it. They may tell you 45 days like that in front office, but it's not possible to finish in 45 days. Okay, so 2.5 months you can estimate for this. We are covering the database connectivity and we are discussing CRUD operations. Okay, and the next one we are also covering that, yeah, bootstrap integration. Okay, and next one, jQuery integration. Like there are many concepts, functional components, lifecycle hooks, class components. Okay, and how to work with the application. We got application, login, logout, like that. All these other concepts we are covering here. Okay, yes. So, any more queries? Any doubts? Hmm?
Are we making any project after the completion of this course?
Project is separate. Okay, this is project oriented batch, and you want to do project after this course, you can join that project batch. It is separate fees, and duration is around 4 months, 3.5 to 4 months, that project batch duration.
Okay, okay, okay.
To attend the project batch, you must know these React.js concepts. Got it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more queries? Every day, 7 to 8, our time slot. And initial starting 4 classes, I will take only 45 to 50 minutes. After that, 1 hour. Okay. So up to 4 or 5 classes, this demo link continue. After that, it will change payment link. From then, I am spending 1 hour exactly every day. So this is our time slot. Okay. And
Sir, but in chat they mentioned as a 5 p.m. something like that.
5 p.m.
Yeah,
What is that?
the link will be changed soon. Please get the registration to continue for the future classes. Time 5 p.m. IST.
So can you share me that message?
Yeah, in the chat they mentioned, sir. In the same chat.
The same chat.
Yeah.
I think morning, na, they're sleeping, I guess.
No. It's a 5 p.m., not a.m., sir.
Yeah, and they posted this message now, na?
Yeah, no.
They may be in sleep mode. Where is that?
Hmm.
For 2 days, 5 p.m. IST. Yeah. So is this React days? Yes. Okay. So just this is not correct message. Okay. I will discuss about this with them. Your timing is 7 to 8. Okay. Maybe by mistake, they mentioned this timing. Okay, so many batches are starting now. There might be 5 p.m. Another batch is there, another technology. So they posted that message in this group, I guess. Okay, that timing,
Yeah.
like there may be some, but our timing 7 to 8. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So see you next class. Tomorrow onwards, I'm starting that JavaScript. Before that, I've used some information, introduction part about HTML. HTML introduction, only 1 or 1.5 day we are discussing. Okay, after that, I will start that JavaScript concepts. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Server script is server. Okay, client side script is executing in browser, and server side script is executing in server, web server. So what is React.js? Yeah, React.js is an open source client side script. Yes, React.js is an open source client side script. So it is implemented. I told you the name of that person. Do you remember? Jordan, Mr. Jordan. In 2013. Yes, yeah. He's one of the employees of Facebook and he worked on this React JS. He developed, not worked, he developed this React JS to work on the chat option. Okay, chat concept is then in Facebook. To work on the chat concept of Facebook, he implemented this React JS in the year 2013. Okay, yes. So later they added more functionalities and released this script as open source client-side script and many websites like Instagram, Apple.com, like the many websites contains the code of React.js. Okay, yeah. So already I shared you some points, client-side scripts we are using, in which type of concepts we can implement by using client-side scripts to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Next one, to validate input controls. Next, to execute logics in browser. To execute some logics in browser. Next one, to work with Ajax concepts. To work with Ajax concepts. So these are the main advantages. Okay, not advantages, sorry. Main functionalities we can handle with client-side scripts. So JavaScript, React.js, Angular, Backbone.js, Vanilla.js, Knockout.js, all these technologies comes under client-side scripts only. The main responsibilities to apply dynamic functionalities and HTML controls. By default, all HTML controls are static controls. You want to apply dynamic properties means you want to change the properties at runtime. Meaning of applying dynamic functionalities is nothing but change the properties of the controls at runtime. So you want to work with that. So then we are using this React.js and validation point of view to validate the input controls. Then also we are using React.js and to execute the logics in browser. So then we are using the React.js and to work with the Ajax. Okay, these are the main points of this. Okay. Next. See, the features of React.js also discussed. Okay, just overview. I'm re-explaining this concept just for brush up. I told you supports data binding concept. We can easily bind a variable with HTML controls. Okay, so this binding is nothing but the linking between the variable and HTML controls. Supports data binding. Next one, supports single page applications. Okay, it is supporting what? Single page applications. Okay, that concept it is supporting. Next one. So single page application means without reloading the browser, we can access the other pages, navigate the other pages. For example, you are in home page. So you want to open the about us or contact us. Then we are sending a request to the server. That time the page is reloaded. Yes. But in this point of view, without reloading the browser, we can access the another pages. That is the concept of single page application. Yes, it is clear. It supports single page application. Next one, supports. Okay. So many validators. It is probably many validators. Next, what is the format it is supporting? JSX format. It is very, very important. So we are working with JSX concept. JSX stands for what? JavaScript XML. So what is JSX? Tell me, already I told you in last class. What is JSX? What is meaning of JSX here? We can add JavaScript code, HTML code inside the JavaScript. So by default, what happens if I add HTML inside the JavaScript? See, a simple program I'm creating. Let's see this. Save this file, the desktop location. pro.html. Script open tag. Script closing tag. Body open tag and closing. We have taken the script open and closing tags and body open and closing tags anyway. So here you want to place any control like this paragraph or heading tag you have taken. I message to the heading. So now save this program and run it. Displays heading tag with hi message. In case if I keep this heading tag in this location, what happens? It raises the error message. Now refresh. So right click, go to inspect, and here for the console displays unexpected token like that. This error is coming here because you kept this inside this. If I keep this inside the body, now refresh, displays the output and no error is coming. But if I keep inside the head tag, then what is happening here? Sorry, inside the script tag, it is giving error messages. That's the main problem. Now, if we take JSX format, we can combine this HTML with script. That's the main point of this. Yes, we can combine the HTML script tag. That's the main advantage of JSX. For example, you want to display a logic result on heading tag or paragraph. So generally we are writing the script in separate one location and HTML in another location. So from script we are calling the HTML tags. That is lengthy process. Instead of that, directly we can place that HTML inside the script to display the result of that logic. It is clear. That is the main concept of this. Okay. Yes. So like that we are using this one. Now, that is the JSX format. It supports JSX format here. Next one here supports React Native. So React Native is one technology we are using to implement the mobile applications. Okay, React Native we are using to implement the mobile applications. So what is the benefit of React Native? So if you develop any mobile application using React Native, it supports any type of device. Like we can run that application with Android phone, iPhone, Microsoft phone, okay, or any other mobile. So it is cross mobile application development technology. Is it clear? Yes, supports React Native. Next one here, supports virtual DOM. Yes, So what is virtual DOM? DOM is nothing but memory location allocated to HTML page. So for example, in a HTML file, you take in some controls like text box button, radio button. When you load that, all these controls are loading into memory location. So that memory we are calling as DOM. Okay, that is real memory. So what is virtual DOM? That we need to discuss. See, if you modify any control in the browser, every time DOM is reloading. Okay, the real DOM is reloading. So that is time waste process at the time of updating because it takes some time. So that's why React is coming with virtual DOM concept. The benefit of virtual DOM is, so instead of reloading the entire DOM, it updates only that modifications. Okay, so what are the modifications we are performing on the browser? Only those modifications it is updating on the real DOM instead of reloading it again and again. That is the concept of virtual DOM. It is clear, it is supporting that virtual DOM concept. Got it? Fine. Next one, supports many services I told you. Yeah, I will clearly explain what is virtual DOM and single page application I told you yesterday. We are spending around 1 week days and next one, how to validate the controls and what is data binding, how to work with the JSS format. Everything we'll discuss in our programming, and it supports many services we are using in functional point of view. So here, if you want to work with Ajax, further one predefined service is available. You want to work with the cookies, further one predefined service is available. Like the different types of services are available. We are working with these services. Okay. So I will discuss how to use these services, all the concepts later. Next one here, supports Redux. Yeah, very important Redux concept. It is supporting the Redux. Redux we are using to maintain the state of application. Already I told you these points. Okay, so here you want to transfer some information from one page to another page. In that point of view, we are working with state management objects like cookies, sessions, etc. But Redux is more powerful than that. So it is very flexible than the state management objects. So I will explain you how to implement the program with Redux, all these things. So anyhow, the main purpose is to maintain the state of application. Why we are using Redux? To maintain the state of application. Means to transfer the data of one page to another page. In that point of we are using Redux. Is this clear? Yes. Next one, simple coding. Yes, coding point of it is very, very simple. Okay, so JavaScript itself simple. Comparatively, JavaScript, this is much simple in coding. You should know the JavaScript concepts. Okay, so because this is the library of JavaScript. Okay, React.js is the library of JavaScript. So we are using the React.js functionalities inside the JavaScript code. If you take Angular, Angular is the framework. Yes, and React is library. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between framework and library? Anyone have idea? So here Java is technology, Java related frameworks are there. Like the different types of frameworks we have. Now here React.js, jQuery, all this comes under libraries and Angular is framework. What is the difference between framework and library? Can anyone share? Okay. So library means, okay, it is providing some functionalities, framework also providing some functionalities. Library functionalities we are calling from JavaScript code. So if you take React.js now, so React.js functionalities we are calling from JavaScript. Is it clear? Means library functionalities we are using with another language. But framework, if you take, framework is providing one structure to you to implement the logics. Okay, framework itself providing one structure. Inside the structure, we are implementing the logics. We don't call the framework from other technologies. Okay, but libraries are not like that. So libraries we are calling with the support of other technologies. So here we are using which technology to call these libraries, React libraries, JavaScript we are using, and also we can use TypeScript. Not only JavaScript, we can also use TypeScript to work with these React libraries. Is it clear? Yes. Like that, these are the main points which we have. So see, if you take Angular is supporting data binding. Angular is supporting single page application. Angular also supports validators. Angular is not supporting JSX format. And here Angular, we are using Ionic framework to implement the mobile applications. Okay. So Ionic, right? Yes. We are taking the support of Ionic framework, but React itself providing React Native. And in Angular, we don't have virtual DOM. Okay, like that, some features are there in this React, additional features, and some additional features are also there in Angular. Okay, data binding point of view, React supports only one-way data binding, but Angular supports one-way and two-way data binding. And in React, you want to work with two-way data binding, we are writing manual logics. First of all, what is data binding? That is doubt to you. So that's why I'm not touching deeply now about these differences. Once we start the concepts and once we get the clarity in those concepts, then we can easily differentiate what are the differences we have between Angular and React. Okay, yes. So now see one use case we are discussing to work with this React.js means where we are using this client side scripts. Okay, that use case we are discussing. See, I told you client side scripts we are using to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Next one, to validate the input controls. Next one, to execute some logics and to work with Ajax. Like that, some points I shared with you, right? Yes. Now we are discussing one concept. For example, if you take login concept, where we are using client side script. And server side scripts also there. Server side scripts mostly we are using, I mean, server side programmer, not we don't do any programming with server side script. So server side programmer, which type of concepts we can interact? By using server side scripts, server side programmer can connect with the database to fetch the data. And in server side script only API services they're creating. Okay, and session management is also working based on server side script. These type of concepts implementing using server side scripts. Okay, yes. So like that we have both client side script and server side script to develop the applications. As a UI developer, we are working with client side scripts. Now, if you take example login form, so where we are using this React.js we are discussing. First of all, we have to design login. Yes. So in login form, what are the steps involved? I'm writing here. Okay, first design the login page. Next, implement client side. Okay, validations. Next one, implement server side. First of all, before that, send username, password to server. When user click on the login button, first what we are doing here, we are checking the validations whether those text boxes are empty or not. In case instead of username, if it is email text box, it contains data or not. So these type of validations we are performing, right? After that, we are sending that username or email ID, password to the server. Next one here, check username, password, valid or invalid. We are checking whether it is valid or invalid. Yes. Next one, redirect to either welcome page or valid. We are redirecting to that page. So these are the steps involved in this login form. Is it clear? Yes. Now, to design this login form, what the technologies we are using? Okay, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Using these technologies, this login form, they're designing. And validations, yes, in this point of view, client side scripts, okay, nothing but here, React.js. Now, next one second. Now, sending the data to server. In this point of view, also we are using yes, client side, nothing but React.js. Yes, we are taking the support of React.js. Means, so here validations point of view and sending data to server. So using Ajax, we are sending the data. Data is nothing but here username, password, test pass values. We are sending those values to server. That time Ajax means nothing but client side script we are using, that is React.js. Next one, check username, password valid or invalid. So in this point of view, server side program is executing. What's that? Server side program is executing. Okay, so it is connected with the database and checking this username password is registered or not. Once it is success, means username password is valid. So from server side, they are sending one value. If it is invalid, another value. Based on that, we are navigating to either welcome page or invalid. Then again, we are taking the support of client. Client escape. Means if you take a simple concept that is login page as example. So here in this concept and in this concept, we are using this client side scripts. Is it clear? Not only in login point of view, if you take registration or any other concept, so client side usage is very high. So that's why these days we have huge demand for the UI development. Okay, for every concept, there is client side code requirement. We have that requirement. That's why we got much popularity for this client side technology. Got it? Yes, fine. So these are the concepts which we discussed in yesterday's class. Just I have given overview about this. Now we are starting our regular concepts. So as I told you, to understand this React.js, we should have complete idea on JavaScript. Okay, so that's why first I'm explaining the JavaScript concepts. So we are covering all JavaScript concepts, basic JavaScript as well as advanced JavaScript, both we are covering here. Okay, so after that we are starting the React concepts. Okay, this is React.js. So to understand and to work with the concepts of React.js, we should have idea on the JavaScript. That's why first we are starting with JavaScript concepts. After that, I will discuss the React.js concepts. Before that, so we should have some minimum idea on HTML controls also, because so in all pages, means in React applications, we are using HTML controls. So actually these templates in companies, designers are available. So those designers will provide you the templates, but you should also have some idea about what is input control, how to place the drop down is dialog box. Okay, what is container, what is non-container, these concepts you should know. Then only we can implement the full-fledged application. So that's why in HTML point of view, not entire HTML, the controls we are discussing. Okay, I'm explaining you the controls. Okay, I'm starting that concept first. After that, we will start the JavaScript concepts. Later, React.js concepts. Okay, yes, fine. Before that, any queries, any questions you want to ask, you can ask me. Akram, yeah, Ravindra.
Yeah,
Tell me.
hi. Sorry,
Yes.
I have a quick question. Are we going to do any real-time project, or I mean, at least a project at the end of the session, maybe while
See, at
closing?
the time of concepts discussion, we are discussing project point of view. Okay. For example, when I start routing concept, so that routing concept means single page application concept. That concept is taking 1 week days to discuss the all functionalities. Once it is completed, we are working on the website. I will explain you how to work with the login, logout, how to place the menus, and how to use the bootstrap menus, and how to open the components, means pages when login is success. Okay, and how to work with the role-based routing like that. After that, I will discuss Ajax concepts and API service costs. So then, after completed that Ajax concept, again we are coming back to the same project. There we are including this Ajax concept. Like that here, concept-based project discussion we are uh, discussing here. That explanation I'm providing. You want to do the main project. Okay, then after this course, you can join that one also. That is 4 months duration. Okay, so complete end to end, we are discussing there, including payment gateway, SMS gateway, so that payment option, and how to deploy in the server. Here also, I will discuss how to deploy application the live servers. That concept I will discuss. So complete project you want to do, then after this course, you can join that one also. But here also we are covering based on that project point of view. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Any more queries? Yes. So what is HTML? Tell me. Anyone?
Yeah, it's a hypertext markup language,
No,
tag-based,
no, no.
basically.
No, no, no. I'm not asking you the full form of HTML. I'm asking you what is HTML?
So it is a tag-based programming or tag-based code
Yeah, it is scripting. Okay, it is
scripts.
scripting. So tag based scripting. Okay, means here HTML is providing some tags. Okay. So instead of tags, we should call them as elements. Okay, HTML is providing some elements. These elements we are using to display the controls on browser. Okay, so browser means Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer. Every browser contains controls like text box button, radio button, etc. These controls we can display with the support of HTML elements. Okay. Yes. So here it stands for, yeah, you told that hypertext markup language. Okay. So here HTML is providing many elements to design web pages. Okay. Designing point of view is this HTML. It is providing many elements. Okay, by using these elements, we are displaying the controls on browser. Using CSS, we are applying more styles on these controls. Okay, yes. So what are the elements are available here? IMG is one element. Input, yes. Next one here, mark you, like that. Different types of elements we have, right? Yes. Now, HTML elements we should enclosed with, yeah, brackets. What are name these brackets? What the name of these brackets? Hmm? Angle brackets. Yeah, HTML elements we should enclose it with angle brackets. Okay, then only we are calling it as tag. Yes, for example, here IMG is one element we have. So that we should place inside this open and closing brackets. Then browser can understand this is one HTML element. Otherwise, browser is understand this is text message. Actually, browser has to execute this HTML controls, right? Not only HTML, JavaScript, React.js, everything is executing through browser. Okay. So for browser understand understanding? So to say this is as one HTML element, we should include it inside that less than and greater than symbols. And IMG is the plain text here. Okay, it is not element. Okay, it's when you include means place inside the angle brackets, then only browser can consider it as element. Now every element provides many properties. Yes, yeah. So nothing but these are attributes. We can also call them as attributes. Okay, available attributes are nothing but here just src, and next one here type. Yes, type is one attribute. Next one here dir is one attribute. Like the different types of attributes we have. So once again, HTML is providing elements. These elements we should enclose with angle brackets. Then browser can understand it is a tag, and every element is providing many properties. Okay. So one example I'm going to show you now. So save this file. Yeah. So demo one.html I'm using. I think all of you know HTML file extension should be .html. We are using here. Now, see, body tag we are using to place the elements inside this body. We should place here. After one session or two sessions, I will discuss what is body, what is head, what is HTML tag exactly. But right now, I'm not concentrating in this body. So just I want to place one image control. Okay, how can I place img? So source is the attribute of image, means which control you want to display. And this is the closing of this tag. Now in this image source I have given, I am using all.jpg. What the source I'm providing here, all.jpg, simple. So now double click on this demo1.html. When I double click, what is happening? First, what is happening? So in RAM, DOM is creating for this space. Okay, one memory, some memory is allocated. That memory we are calling as DOM. So that memory is allocating for this space, and in the DOM, image element is available. Right now, I have taken only image. That element is available, right? Fine. To display that output. Now, if I place img, what is the meaning in browser point of view? Will it display any image control? What is the output you are expecting? It is simple text like this. Okay, it displays some text like this. So when you place inside the angle brackets like less than and greater than symbol, then only it is one element, but source is not provided. Now that's why it is not showing any image control. In case if I take A, B, C, D within this, actually we should close like this. Okay, A, B, C, D. Then is it valid HTML element or invalid element? Tell me. Is it valid element or invalid element? So you can simply answer this, no? Yes. Akram.
Yeah, it's invalid.
Then what is the output browser returns? Will it raise any error message related to this? No. So you should remember one point. HTML is errorless script. It won't raise any error messages. In case if it is finding invalid elements, simply it is ignoring. That's all. Is it clear? You don't expect any error message for this. Simply that element is ignoring. Now if I refresh, now no error we are getting and no information about the element. Like that we are using these elements here. Okay. Yes. So simple. Okay. Don't think much about HTML. Okay. The HTML is providing different types of elements here. those elements we are placing as tags, then browser will execute those tags. That's all. For example, mark Q is there. Yeah, so mark Q. So if you open IRCTC, these type of websites, so some scrolling text is available. Okay, welcome to or something are given. Save this and refresh. Now you can see the text is moving like this. So you want to display the scrolling content, then what is the element we are using? Mark Q. It is providing some properties. Okay. Now direction is equal to right I have given. Means towards right side, we are scrolling the text like this. Okay. In case if I give left, so moving towards left side. Like that, this is direction is one property. Every property is combination of name and value. Yes, direction is one property. So what are the values we have for this property? Yes, left, right. Is it clear? Up and down. These are the values we have. Okay. In case if I give up, then like that it is moving towards up. If we increase the height of this molecule, then it moves from this distance. Means up to height it is scrolling there. Yes, yeah. So default value is left. So we have one more property for this molecule. What is that? Scroll amount. To increase the speed of scroll. 40 are given with left. Now we can see that scrolling speed is increased. So default scroll amount is something like 8 pixels like that. We have now just refresh. So that is default scrolling. So if I give 100, then the speed is increasing more like. Means what is marquee functionality in regular intervals of time period, the text is jumping from one position to another position. So that gap, how much gap you are providing for one position to another position, that is the concept of scroll amount. So if I give 8, then 8 pixels gap, it is jumping. 9 pixels. Okay, so it's for example 30 pixels like that. If you jump more distance, then speed is increasing. That is the concept of this. So like that, here it is jumping now 30 pixels. Now if you observe here at a time, it is moving 30 pixels distance here. So like that, this is about scroll amount. Okay, so this is the way how to provide the HTML element properties. So many properties are there to many controls, and these are the elements. That is clear. But one thing, if you identify, so this tag contains combination of open and closing. But if you take image, we are closing directly like this. Can anyone tell me what the difference between this one and this one? So some people may have idea on this HTML concept. Okay, that's why I'm asking. So what is the difference between open and closing tags and this direct closing tag?
It's called paired tags and paired tags.
I didn't get you. Come again, please.
It's paired tags and unpaired.
Yeah, what is why we are using pair and why we are using unpaired tags? Why we are using pair and why we are using unpaired tags?
So unpaired, that's what we don't need to open it and close it, right? It's a single tag.
Yeah, in which point of view the element is unpaired and which type of element is paid? That is the question here. Some
Okay.
elements are paid, some elements are unpaid, right? Which element comes under paid category and which element comes under unpaid category? Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to answer this, first we should know the types of HTML controls. That is very important for us. Because here, if you take any React project, for example, I'm showing you. So here, yeah, any class, if you observe here, okay, for example, this one. See, if I open any project, the Redux project, See, here we have div tag, right? So that is HTML element. Here we have input tag. Here we have BR. So we should know what is div, what is input, what is BR. Okay. So we must know all these concepts and why this BR is end like this and input ended like this and why this div tag closed like this with the closing tag. What the reason for that? Yeah. To understand this concept, we should know the types of controls. Can anyone tell me how many types of HTML controls we have? Hmm? How many types of HTML controls we have? Yeah. Basically, these are two types we have. Okay. HTML elements are two types. Okay. Now HTML elements are two types. Yeah, very important concept. Definitely in interview, they will ask you questions, minimum 2 questions based on this, remember. So one is container, another one is non-container. Yes. So here we have two types of elements. One is container, another one is non-container. Container means what is that? It contains other elements. Container contains other elements, means we can place other controls inside the containers. Example, body is one container and div is one container, span is one container, paragraph is one container, marquee is one container, like the different types of containers we have. So container general meaning itself, if you take, so container means that is which contains some goods. Okay, so that we are calling as container, means it contains something. Like that here also container element can contain other elements. Next one, non-container, these elements cannot contain other elements. In this clear, non-containers cannot contain other elements. That is the concept of container and non-container. So why we are using the containers and why we are using non-containers and how to group the elements, that we need to discuss. So that concept I will start in next session. Okay. So tomorrow I will discuss that concept. So first of all, what is element and what are the properties? What is property? So that clarity, if you get, that is enough for today. Tomorrow we'll discuss about this container, non-container, and inline block element. That concept also we need to discuss. After that, some daily uses controls are there. So those controls I will discuss. Okay. So I don't take more sessions for this HTML. Only 1 or 1.5 day I told you. That's all. Okay. That is enough. That is enough for us. After that, I will start the JavaScript. Okay. Yes. Next class, I will discuss what is container and what is non-container. Okay. That concept. So any more queries, any more doubts you have, you can ask me. Already I told you up to demos I'm spending around 45 to 50 minutes session with you. And after that, 1 hour every day. So time 7 to 8. Okay. This is our regular time. Okay. Time will not change. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Right.
Any
And yeah, one question. So this is regarding that. Yeah, this course is like 45 days duration.
no. So minimum 60 days I told you already.
Oh, okay, 60 days. Okay.
Minimum.
Okay, minimum. And we have Monday through Friday or Saturday? Okay.
Saturday.
So Monday through Saturday. Okay.
To Saturday, but first Saturday, batch first Saturday, not a month first Saturday. Batch first Saturday, we don't have class. Okay. So not only this technology, all classes in Durga Soft, new batches first Saturday and Sunday, we don't have class. From second week onwards, Saturday we have class. Every Saturday we have class. Only Sunday is holiday.
Okay.
And I may take 1 or 2 Sundays also. Okay, initially I'm informing that message. Okay, so which is convenient to you. So 1 or 2 Sundays. Also, I'm taking the session here. So that I will inform you before. One Saturday we will discuss, and if it is comfort for us, then we will take the Sunday class. Okay. Yeah. But anyhow, Monday to Saturday we have regular sessions. Got it. Yeah. Next. Any more queries?
Actually, yesterday I didn't join. Can you just explain single page websites mean? Like,
See, actually, just worry I have given about that. Once again, okay, you asked me that. Nothing is there. For example, develop one website with multiple pages. This is a home page. This is about us, and this is contact us like that. Now, this is the browser. When you send a request to the server, home page is loading. No? For example, you're sending a request to Flipkart or Amazon, then one page is loading. Now, in that page, we have hyperlinks for the other pages. Just like, for example, about us is there. Then when you click on this about us, what is happening? One more request is going to the server and calling the about us page. Yes or no? Like that, in case if it is contact us, if you click on the contact us, next request is going to the server and response is coming. Means for every navigation redirection, we are sending a request to the server. Now, if you take that single page application concept, so all these components were binding as one object. That object we are calling as router object. And when I send the first request to the server, that object is loading here. And these templates are loading into the client's memory location. Then if you click on this about us, that page is loading from here. Contact us, that page is loading from here. Yes, so means from next request onwards, no need to send submit the web page. So directly the page is coming from the browser. That is the concept of single page application. Is this clear? Yes.
yes, thank you.
So, but we are working many things with this single page application, how to provide the router guards, how to provide the authentication, authorization, all these things we are implementing here. Okay. Yes. So we will spend around 1 week days with this single page application minimum. Okay, I will discuss all the concepts. Okay, yes. See you next class. You can leave now. Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah. So I forgot recording. I selected the recording button, but not recorded. It started. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, here we are discussing about containers. Sorry. Containers can hold other elements. You want to group multiple controls. Okay, you want to hold the multiple controls as a group. We are using containers. What the purpose we are discussing for that? Just a simple login form I created. In this login form, username, text box, password, text box, and login button we have. So this is the login form which we created. On top of the login form, we have one button, that is show login button, like this. Now my requirement is when user click on this show login, then only I want to display this login form. Okay, when user click on show login, then only I want to display login form. That is my requirement. It is clear? Yes. Means initially I want to hide this login form. Then how can I hide this login form? So for that we are using one CSS property. Okay, we can use CSS property or if conditions also there. Okay, I will discuss that if condition later. Here simply style is equal to display none. Means username I am hiding, display none. Refresh, username is hiding here. And here style is equal to display none. Password you are hiding. Yes. And login button also we need to. But this is not procedure because each and every control, if you apply style, so this is login form. Okay, we have few controls. Sometimes some forms contain many controls. Okay, in each and every control you want to apply the style property. It is somewhat hectic work to you. So that's why better we should group all these controls. Okay, so how can I group? So remove this style here and here also. Now these controls I'm taking inside one div tag. In this div tag, just use this display property. First of all, see, all these controls are located inside one div tag. So div is a container, right? It can hold other controls. Now inside this div, how many controls we have? 3 controls. Now, if you observe this output, refresh, again we got the same output. Now, instead of applying style in each and every control, better you should simply apply inside this div tag. So for this div tag, I am applying the style property. Is it clear? Now what is happening? So enter this div tag, it is hiding. Means what are the other controls we have taken inside this div? All controls will be hide. Like this. So for that purpose, we are using containers. Okay. Now when I click on this show login, then simply you can display this div tag. So for that, we are using dynamic language. That is nothing but our React or JavaScript, these technologies. Simply, I'm showing you the statement here. So on click is equal to, yes, for this div tag, I'm providing one ID. Don't think about the programming now. I will discuss. Okay, just dot and dot display is equal to. No. When I click on this, we are displaying the div tag. Okay, now refresh it. So click here. Again, the div tag is coming. Once again, refresh. Okay. Now when I click on this, the div tag is coming. Means if this if div is displaying, obviously, the inner controls also displays here. So like that, all these controls I grouped using div tag. Then what are the properties we're applying on this div tag? Those properties also will affect on these controls. So this is the purpose of grouping. So in our projects, in our React projects or any projects, if Angular projects or okay, any other projects, we are creating these forms, login form, registration form. So different types of forms we are creating. In that point of view, so we are taking the support of div tag, okay, or span tag or any other container. Like that we have these containers. So each container has own functionalities. Okay, those things we will discuss now. First of all, what is container? Is this clear? Yeah. Any questions you want to ask in this point of, you can ask me.
So
Can't.
suppose if we have a more than two, div tags, there is a containers, right?
Hmm.
So how we can declare in that? Can you show this one coding once?
What is your exact requirement? Please tell me
So
again.
now we have a div one, right? You gave in a div one. But suppose if we have a div two and div three, how we can declare in that?
Yeah, simply like this only we are declaring here. See, where is that? Yeah, here it is. So this is one div tag, right? And this is another div
Yeah,
tag.
this is fine. In that input, there is an on click. You give like div one style
Yes,
display
yes, yes.
block, right?
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
is it. 1 second. So this is one heading tag I'm taking. So registration form. So there also are taking input type is equal to text, like that. You are taking many controls. Now you can see here, refresh it. So we have registration form like this. Okay. Now my requirement is, okay, so this registration form also I want to hide. Then style is equal to, yes, display none I have given. Okay, it is hiding. Now I want to take one button here. Yes, input type is equal to button.